What were the ideas that played about before it finally came into inception in 1969? No? And then it tells us also what is its significance, no, in national concerns and also global concerns. And then it also tells us of the struggle of the arts to find sustainability and of course project its relevance and significance into the future.
Daloy is also the title of the exhibit that chronicles the history, progress, and development of the CCP as a cultural institution. This exhibit started with various performance arts at the main theater lobby, with the audience trying to fathom what they were witnessing. Right after, they flocked to CCP's main art gallery known as Bulwagang 1 Luna. The exhibit shows different facets of the cultural center. From an exhibit explaining the amazing engineering and architectural feat that made the construction of the CCP possible, to the contributions to CCP's image made by Lucrecia Casilag, fondly known as Tita King. Also included are exhibits showing facets of production like stage design and costumes. One could also find posters of past productions that have become part of CCP's history. Also on display are various trophies awarded by the Cultural Center, including the famous Bahaghari Trophy given during the Cinemalaya. And of course, the highest honor that could be awarded to any Filipino artist, the National Artist Award, is also part of the exhibit. The exhibit made use of various media to showcase CCP's history, but the exhibit is not only multimedia, but multi-sensory as well.
Well, it's really multimedia talaga because of course we're using various kinds of media to tell the story. Multisensory, you can, it's something to, all your senses can experience everything in this kind of exhibit. You get to not only see the visual of what CCP is, you get to experience fully what the CCP is. You get to hear it, you get to feel it. You can even touch the objects that are part of it.
The exhibit overflows from Bulwagang 1 Luna and makes use of available spaces around the area, like this artwork that utilizes the third floor escalator. Found scattered at the exhibit are paintings, old musical instruments, radios, televisions, symbolizing the role of CCP in the disseminating arts and culture to the people. Part of Daloy was dedicated to young artists, their avenue where they could express their various thoughts and feelings. This is called We Said Our Piece.
Maganda siya dahil of course the institution allowed us to have a free hand of some of the external spaces na hindi siya normally used for exhibition. Yun yung maganda doon. Tapos maganda rin na the artists that was invited for the exhibition were very willing to create their own piece for the exhibition and magpadala rin sila ng mga pyesa nila galing sa mga regions at saka mga pyesa na ginamit nila sa mga ibang exhibition.
The exhibit is also notable for showing different methods of artistic expressions.
It's just a way of the artists, of course, to be able to use a medium that they know best. It's whether it's multimedia, and as you go around, you'll be viewing several mediums, several approaches to the arts, whether it's box sculpture, whether it's site installative work, whether it's just yung mga from past works of the masters. Kasi maganda rin yung yung nakikita ng mga tao na bibisita dun sa exhibition, yung the generations of how the masters were before us. Like on that side, if you pass that side, there is yung professor pa dati, of course si Nestor Vilnuan. And now, yung anak niya na si Liv, yung generation ba, like si Danny Dalena, tapos yung anak niya ngayon, si Kiri Dalena. So, maganda yung makikita niya yung movement from the generation. Para hindi rin yung and the CCP is hosting this. So, in connection to Daloy. Daloy meaning current, Daloy meaning flow. And it's a very good way to energize the event and the space itself.
Artists are honored to be invited to be part of this exhibit.
Isa ko sa mga inanyayahan ng mga artists na mag-exhibit. Tapos, tingin ko, isa siyang kakaibang paraan ng paggunita sa 40th anniversary ng CCP. Kasi kung napansin nyo yung works, may iba't iba siyang mga kahulugan. Tapos, in fact, a lot of them responded directly to the issue of the National Artists Awards, and so it's a creative response. A lot of us, kahit na wala namang sinabi na our work should be about this, parang we felt that in a way ito yung contribution namin.
The exhibit attracted many visitors eager to learn more about the CCP.
Response of the Cultural Center of the Philippines about its, not only of its 40th anniversary, but of course the current issues being faced by the arts community.
It's something new and exciting for the art community. And I'm proud of the young artists who participated, and also the senior ones.
Maganda naman po, tsaka yung expression ng art, napapakita talaga, tsaka yung pagiging Pilipino na ibibigay nilang malinaw.
With Daloy, the Cultural Center of the Philippines has managed to share its rich history and at the same time give a glimpse of where it's going in the future.
Daloy 40 Years is located at CCP's Bulwagang 1 Luna. CCP's main gallery takes its name from one of the first Filipino artists, Juan Luna, a painter and a political activist as well during the Spanish period. His famous works include Spolarium and El Pacto de Sangre. CCP's logo has 3 Ks in Alibata, the native Filipino alphabet. The 3 Ks stand for kagandahan, kabutihan, and katotohanan. Now, these values were championed by a remarkable woman who was the founder, singularly at that, for the Center of Arts and Culture.
The true, the good, and the beautiful. These 3 values embody what the Cultural Center of the Philippines is all about. These are also the values espoused by the founder of this respected institution. It was through the efforts of this remarkable lady that the Cultural Center was born. As CCP celebrates its 40 years, an inherent part of their celebration is looking back with gratitude and remembrance to the achievement of CCP's founding chairperson, Madame Imelda Marcos. Entitled 7 Arts, 1 Imelda, the tribute shined with originality, creativity, and virtuosity, unmistakable trademarks that have set the CCP apart from the rest for 4 decades now.
Well, this only comes around every 40 years. And it's a time to remember and to be grateful for everyone who has contributed to what the CCP has become today. And it would be, I honestly, we can't imagine not giving a tribute to the one person who founded this institution.
Well, well, we're very happy that we have finally given her what is due her. As they say, give credit where credit is due. And as founding chairman of CCP, we feel that Mrs. Marcos really deserves the credit for the establishment of this venerable institution.
The tribute was divided into 2 acts. The first act features commanding performances from the brilliant stars of Philippine classical music. Everyone shined in their special numbers, ranging from Kay Tamis ng Buhay from Noli Me Tangere by national artist for music Felipe Padilla de Leon, as performed by soprano Eileen Espinosa Cura. To Max Bruch's Violin Concerto No. 1 in G minor, Opus 26, the finale of which was performed by violinist Alfonso Coke Bolipata. To the first movement of Luchino Sacramento's Ang Bituin, performed by Raul Zunico. The most prominent singers and musicians in the Philippines paid tribute to Madame Imelda Marcos. The first act was opened by the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra, playing an overture by national artist for music Lucio San Pedro entitled La Tagala. For the first act, the PPO was under the baton of Josefino Toledo. Serving as a pin to Madame Imelda, the second act incorporates imagination and history. It captures the spirit of an age and the distinct sensibility of a woman who has shaped so much of our culture. Entitled Imelda, Muse and Madness, is a mix of music, dance, solo and choral singing, performance arts, fashion, and auditorium. There's only one word to describe it: Imeldific.
I'm really humbled by this great opportunity to work. But really, it's something that I wanted to do. One, because I believe in what she's doing in terms of culture and the arts. Plus, also, I'm very close to the children, and really, it's a great honor to direct this. Also working with the real top caliber artists from Cecilica to Raul to Rachel, Camille, Joseph, Coke. So I'm really very, very happy.
Well, I was a former scholar of Mrs. Marcos to the Young Artist Foundation of the Philippines. And of course, I was talking at first, before the program started, that with my fellow artist beneficiaries, we have come together to express our thanks via our musical performances.
Masarap yung pakiramdam namin dahil isa ako sa mga scholar at kamukha ng ibang mga kasama ko na nakasama dun sa mga scholar ni Miss Marcos nung araw. Siguro ang nagtataka bakit siya pa rin yung nandiyan. Ano? Para sa akin dahil walang ibang pinuno ng gobyerno na nagsuporta sa sining na nagkaroon ng adhikain na tulungang umunlad ang kultura at musika.